Tonight we're going to be analyzing the deep dive videos that were put out on the official MCOC YouTube page. Made, of course, by Dorky Diggity Dave. Always does a great job with those. And we have a special guest to help us break down the breakdowns today, which is the one and only Kabam John.
Hey Ben, how's it going?
What's up, dude? This is gonna be fun. This is first time we've ever done something like this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love these characters, and I always try to get into the nitty gritty of them while I'm playing them before they come out. So it's fun to be able to help share more of that.
Yeah, cool, man. And I know, like last time I did this. This is the first time I really went through the deep dives, and you had mentioned like, hey, it'd be kind of cool to hop on, do it together. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I think this will be a good time.
I agree.
Guys, we'll start with Captain Britain, but then we also have Omega Sentinel as well. I think I'm more hyped for Omega Sentinel, but honestly, I really don't know their abilities. It's just, hey, I voted for Omega Sentinel in the polls last year, so you know it's cool to see that she did eventually get added, even if Hercules beat her to the punch a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get into that stuff in just a sec. We got some things to take care of here first. Let me get a tweet out, and then somebody's about to get slapped. Oh man, Midwest Whale. No, dude. You sent over two saying broke my hand, rip. Well, now I'm about to break your face, son. Uh, no, just kidding, man. But dude, thank you very much, Lefty. Also sending over 10, Lefty. Thank you, dude. Hang on, guys. Hang on. About to hit a double real quick. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate that. Midwest, well, seriously, man. Sorry to hear about your hand, dude. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. Lefty, just saying, yo. Dude, Lefty, appreciate it, man.
The
No
homie.
joke. That's the best thing you could have ever sent over was no joke. Tobias, dude, just missed it by that much. Sending over a buck saying, dang it. Well, thank you nonetheless, dude. Appreciate it, guys. Early stream. Yeah, Dragon. A little early stream today. Figured it'd be a little bit better. We can get a few people that aren't vampires in here, you know? And yeah, let me get a tweet out real quick if I can remember how to spell Marvel. And then we'll get this underway without delay. Hang on a sec. All right. The time has come. You know what? This is sounding lame. Let's say, the calm before the storm is here. Tonight, at Kabam, John and I are friends, going through the March Champions deep dives, but perhaps next time we'll be facing off in the battlegrounds. That's right, I just threw down a challenge just like that.
Damn, this guy.
Yes. No. Okay. All right. Yay. This is probably a bunch of typos, but who cares?
I like it. I'm all about it.
Ethan sent it over 10 as well. Ethan, thank you, dude. Saying, you know, I said I was gonna aim for 6-star null in the basic, bought 5 null crystals, duped my 6-star anti-venom, and pulled 6-star null. Dude, out of 5 crystals?
I'm so jealous.
Same.
I really want Null. He's so dope.
Dude, he's the coolest looking champ in the entire game as far as I'm concerned.
I always forget he's like huge too. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, he looks so cool, and then you get in, he's just this big dude. He's messing people up.
Gigantic, huge sword.
Oh man, his sword's so cool.
Ethan, grats, dude. That's awesome, man. MSD, you're not a vampire. I know, dude. That's why we're doing this. This is all for you, buddy. Okay. Without further ado, I think we're kind of ready to get into this. Again, for those of you just tuning in, we're not, we didn't actually, you didn't miss anything yet. Kabam John is on call, and we're gonna start with, Captain Britain here, who, yeah, I think I'm just gonna say Betsy, because Captain Britain, that's just a mouthful right there, man. But yeah, she looks cool. Anything in particular that you want to say before we get into the deep dive, John, or should we just roll it?
No, I think we can just talk about it as we go through.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so we got all these sections here mapped out. Love the YouTube chapter system, and the fact that I'm assuming Dave set this up too, that he put the time to set it up. Love it. We're going to be pausing throughout all this stuff, though, guys, and just kind of sharing thoughts. I have looked at these characters not at all, not even in the slightest bit. The only thing I did was make the thumbnail. So, yeah, I've, of course, seen the images that I pulled from the video, but that's it. So all this is going to be first time seeing it. Eric Nelson, dude, thank you for the bucks, and look what I got. Hey, man, the banana bush, it's finally there. Looks good on you, man. Thank you, dude. Okay, let's start it up.
Welcome back to another champion deep dive, and today we're talking about Captain Britain. She's got Energize, Unstoppable, Fury and Cruelty stacks, Slow, Weakness, and Exhaustion.
Okay, so, oh, hold on, it's super bright. All right, the first thing I'm noticing right off the bat is this is it's a mutant champion, but a lot of buffs, seems like.
Yeah,
usually something more cosmic. Does she have like some kind of cosmic backstory too that kind of feeds into that, or just trying something a little different?
Yeah, we mostly just want her to be similar to like a cosmic, where you can use synergies and stuff like that to juice her up a ton, but also it plays in kind of with the rest of her kit, where she's all about buffs and debuffs on the opponent instead of passives. So the buffs are definitely pretty cosmic-y, but they all come from her specials, which is very mutant-y.
Got it. Okay, yeah, that's true. All right, let's hit play again here.
Lots of prowess and special attacks that rain big yellow numbers. Let's get into it.
Okay, that was a pretty sizable amount of damage. To see how easy that is to pull off.
She's pretty easy to play.
Captain Britain joins the contest with an always active ability to largely increase her critical rate on special attacks. However, her base critical rate on all other attacks is 0.
Okay, and I gotta say right off the bat too, like this, like the whole non-crit thing, ever since Battlegrounds came out, like I really value it more. Like I was really trying to throw Lags a curveball in our best of 5 matchup and just be like, you know what, dude? What are you going to do against this Mr. Sinister? You know, like, okay, yeah, you could torch him down or something like that, but if I see that you don't have one of those options, so just having someone without crits, I feel like you need at least one in your deck. Whoever the, maybe the best one is for whatever nodes you're facing off against. So I kind of like that you guys are doing this a little bit more, because I think it's actually going to be important to have this utility now more than ever.
Yeah, so it's super handy for specific matchups and stuff too. Like even against like Kitty and stuff like that, you won't proc as many prowess if you're not critting her and stuff, right? Like it's quietly, and it's very good for mutants because skill is all about crit. Obviously, everybody crits in the game unless we say they can't. But skill is like all about crits. You know, you got like Hitmonkey and all those guys. So we like to have mutants also have some pretty good stuff with crits.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's continue on here.
Now, when Captain Britain is struck by a critical attack, or the opponent lands a critical hit into her block, she gains an 80% chance to inflict exhaustion, reducing critical damage rating for 10 seconds. This maxes out at 4 stacks.
Important to note here, guys, this is like, I don't know, the damage is looking low, but this is also like 4-star champs being used, so
yeah.
Don't know exactly how much that's gonna impact things, but yeah, a little bit of a defense against that, so okay.
It's pretty sizable. It's, let me see if I can pull up the number. So it's not gonna like make her the most insane defender of all time, but it will make her quite a bit tankier. Obviously, it's like willpower food as well, right?
Yeah, that's true actually.
But it reduces the crit damage by a pretty good amount. It's like, is this 5-star? 5-star is like around 500.
Okay. That's true though. That is some willpower food right there. But also, like, I don't know, if there's nodes where you can't have debuffs on you, then you have to be careful about that. Because isn't there a node where, like, if you have 3 debuffs, then the opponent's unblockable or something like that?
Yep, path 4.
Yeah.
Steady build up, unblockable.
Okay.
Yeah, she's actually pretty sneaky for those ones. Top by her specials and stuff.
Okay, alright. Let's continue on here.
Also, for each prowess effect on Captain Britain, her defensive ability accuracy is increased by 10%. Now, Captain Britain has Psionic Mode. She activates it when launching a special attack.
Defensive ability accuracy, we kind of slapped that one in because the new Path 6 in War, I'm not sure how familiar you are with it, but it has, what's it called, defective defense on it, which puts disorients on you, and then it makes your parry fail, and you're taking a bunch of extra block damage. So we thought this would be like a neat little thing for her to have, where if you're building up your prowess and you're generating a bunch of them in a fight with her, then your parry will just never fail anymore. And you'll be able to deal with nodes like that a little bit better. Right now, a lot of people use Apocalypse for that node because he'll become immune to disorient.
Yeah.
So this is just like an extra little tool for her to use there. Not necessarily she's going to be the best character for that. I'd still probably take Nimrod most of the time. But
yeah. Does that defensive ability accuracy, does that also prevent things like masochism from shrugging off?
Defensive ability accuracy is only when you're being hit. So this is like
right. So like when you parry, does that?
Yeah. So defensive ability accuracy. No. So this is increasing hers and not reducing the opponent's.
Okay.
So Black Widow would make something like, so let's say for whatever reason, so you've got Resonate and you hit the opponent with Masochism and you're playing Black Widow, that would make Masochism fail because you're making the defender's ability accuracy lower. This is increasing hers. So the best example is like if you have a Disorient, or if you're, let's say you're fighting Archangel or something like that, and you try to parry, it just won't fail.
Okay.
Her, the other thing is her exhaustion that she puts on when you crit her will also not fail. In fact, it actually can give you like higher chance.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's continue on.
Her defensive ability accuracy is increased by 10%. Now, Captain Britain has Psionic Mode. She activates it when launching a special attack. If already active, she'll deactivate it instead. When active, she'll gain increased physical resistance. She'll also deal a burst of energy damage on each hit, scaling with base attack only. Also, on the first light attack, Captain Britain inflicts an exhaustion debuff, reducing critical damage rating for 10 seconds.
Okay, that's more of that whole buffs and debuffs thing going on. Just a lot of carnage on both sides, it seems.
Yeah, and then her, the Psionic Mode makes her quite a bit tankier. And then extra burst damage is just a flat amount on all of your hits. So whenever you're in that mode, you just want to try and go as crazy as you can, hitting them as much as possible. Yeah.
And physical resistance, I mean, that does play with like the whole class wheel and stuff like that, the themes too, because there's almost like no energy damage from the skill champs. Like it's mostly physical, right? Or, I mean, like damage over time stuff too, but...
Yeah, it also helps your blocking and stuff too.
Yeah.
Physical damage.
Yep.
Yeah, the other thing there, I don't know, maybe he'll call it out later, but is that she has an energy damage base kit. So she's great for dealing with like Korg and that kind of stuff because she won't take the Thorns damage from him. But definitely don't want to use her against Bishop.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. All right, let's continue on here. By the way, guys, I'll check out the super chats probably after we get through the full video here. But thank you guys. I'll definitely read them in a bit.
On the second medium attack, she'll inflict a non-stacking slow debuff for 10 seconds.
Ooh, okay. So slow debuff. Hold on. Let me just back this up one more second here. Let's just hear that one more time.
On the second medium attack, she'll inflict a...
So this is just second medium attack, that's it, to get slow?
Yep.
Dude, that's good.
It's pretty nuts, eh?
That's really good.
Yeah, she has probably the easiest to get to slow. You can use it pretty much anywhere, even on stuff like Mixed Master. You use like medium, light, medium, and you get the slow, right? But
yeah,
she has to do a bit of a trade-off of her utility to get to her damage.
Okay.
Which you'll see later. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Because yeah, that's super good. I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is, I mean, if that second medium does get evaded, if the opponent's not like stunned. Like, of course, if you could stun, that slow is easily applied. Yeah. But yeah, if it's like stun immune, yeah, I mean, it's worth rolling the dice to get slow up, but yeah, sometimes you might end up getting slapped if they evade that second medium. So okay, that's fair enough. Seems powerful, but okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
All right, let's continue.
Non-stacking slow debuff for 10 seconds.
It's a good duration too, 10 seconds. That's easily reapplicable in a regular combo.
Yep, as long as you don't have to like bait specials forever or something.
Yeah.
And on the first hit of her heavy attack, she inflicts a non-stacking weakness debuff, reducing attack rating by 30% for 10 seconds.
Okay, so right there too, that's like easily 3 debuffs with a parry stun. Where you can handle oh my god, I'm blanking on the name of the node.
The 3 debuff one?
Yeah, the 3 debuff one.
Oh, I forget what it's in Act 7, right?
I mean, it's everywhere. It's in like AQ. I think it was in Act.
Do you think it was a 3 buff one?
5 even? That's buffed up, but there's 3 debuffs one as well.
Oh yeah, why can't I think of this? You're so right. I use Sunspot for it all the time.
You guys kind of made a friendlier version where it only like reduces your attack by like 60%, and then diss track. There you go. Thank you guys.
I can't believe I didn't remember it.
Blanking on the notes sometimes.
I'm gooning. I used to take that lane all the time in map 7 with Sunspot.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, that's 3 debuffs. All right, let me anyway, let me back it up a sec here, and then let's let it ride again.
Debuff, reducing attack rating by 30% for 10 seconds. Now, she also has Purification. Whenever Psionic mode is activated or deactivated, Captain Britain will purify slow, exhaustion, and weakness debuffs off of the opponent. And she'll gain an indefinite passive prowess for each one, increasing special attack damage by 10%. Now, this also
kind of the trade-off
occurs
she has is if you want to get your damage, your prowess, and all of her buffs and stuff like that, you need to purify the debuffs off the opponent, so that's how you'll lose the slow.
Gotcha. But then you could just reapply it after. There's no like cooldown on that?
Kind of. It depends on if you're in the psionic mode or not.
Okay.
So if you're in the psionic mode, then you can apply them. But if you're not, then you can't. So there's a little bit of a cooldown, but normally it'll be fast enough for you to get back into it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Whenever the opponent purifies a debuff. Now, Purified Exhaustion grants a cruelty buff for 30 seconds, increasing critical damage rating. Purified Slows grant an unstoppable buff for 3 seconds. Keep in mind, this will not trigger against opponents in the tech class. And Purified Weakness grants a Fury buff for 30 seconds, increasing attack rating. Now, let's check out her special attacks. With all special attacks, on activation, Captain Britain pauses all personal buffs for 5 seconds. With the special one, on activation, Captain Britain toggles psionic mode.
Dude, hold on. I'm sorry. I should have paused it. I was just kind of mentally processing like how much unstoppable time you could potentially have. So, because it's a lot, actually.
Yeah, so it's 3 seconds, and you pause it for 5 seconds, but the pause is at the start of the special attack.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
So some of that time's eaten, but if you have like close to 2 bars of power, let's say, and you toss like a special one, and then you have enough time to get like another special one and stay unstoppable, kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah. If you play really aggressive and you just like keep looping special one over and over again, then yeah, you'll be able to keep that unstoppable up for quite some time.
Okay.
But it goes on cooldown, I believe, after it expires, so it's not like infinite.
Okay. I was also thinking like with some potential power gain type nodes, because there's also, what is it, Rich Get Richer, I think is the name of it, where if you have a bunch of buffs, then you gain power or more power, something like that. I don't remember. I don't even remember all these nodes, guys. There's too many at this point. But either way, just any kind of way that you can gain additional power.
Almost
yeah,
like that
you can.
energize you see on the HUD there.
You say that again.
There's she has an energize as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see that. So yeah, I mean that's interesting. Potentially keep some good buffs going. Okay.
Yep.
What's up, Karate Mike? Saying hi, cute. How do you like him so far? Well, we're like 3 minutes into the first champ, even though it's taken us like 15 minutes to get here. But all right, let's continue on.
Pauses all personal buffs for 5 seconds. With the special one, on activation, Captain Britain toggles psionic mode. She'll also purify her personal debuffs and convert them to their corresponding buffs. Also, she'll gain an energized buff, increasing combat power rate by 30% for 15 seconds.
I mean, her special animations are fast, so even though it pauses at the start of the animation, it's like a 1 second animation, so...
The special one's pretty fast. The special two is a bit longer.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to just keep tossing specials, you just use the special one a lot because you get the energize as well. And you'll have pretty good uptime on all those buffs.
Yeah, okay.
With the special 2, Captain Britain increases attack rating per unique buff on her. This, coupled with her high critical rating, makes for some interesting yellow numbers.
I mean, guys, this was a 5-star that we're looking at. Unawakened. Looks to be maxed out, but unawakened. Without running suicides, it seems. And let's just look at that damage one more time here. This appears to be in Realm of Legends. It's a lot of prowess that are built up and everything too, but
Captain Britain increases attack rating per unique buff on her. This, coupled with her high critical rating, makes for some interesting yellow numbers.
There's definitely some potential there.
The Special 3. If Psionic Mode was active, Captain Britain will deactivate it when the Special 3 is activated, gaining 1 of each buff and inflicting 1 of each debuff on the opponent. She'll also gain an energized buff with the same duration and potency as the one you get from the Special 1. Now, let's check out her signature ability.
Okay, Special 3 is pretty much just all the other specials put together.
Okay, yeah. Seems cool.
Unawakened, Captain Britain gains Pure Soul. This is an always active ability, where whenever a debuff is purified, Captain Britain gains a Bulwark passive, increasing block proficiency by up to 721, and lasts for 20 seconds.
Okay, so right off the bat, let me just back up so we can read the actual description, but it seems like... so yeah, whenever a debuff is purified, gain a Bulwark passive, increasing block proficiency. Okay. Seems like that's just a nice bonus, definitely not required to play the champ.
It's pretty good. You don't need it, but she gets like close to like cap IW levels of block proficiency.
Okay.
So it's not necessary, but that with her physical resist, she's a very strong blocker.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Soul. This is an always active ability, where whenever a debuff is purified, Captain Britain gains a Bulwark passive, increasing block proficiency by up to 721, and lasts for 20 seconds. This maxes out at 6 stacks. Now, let's take her out for a spin in the champion rotation. For longer fights, work up to your special 1 and launch it to activate psionic mode. Use that energize buff to build up to the special 3. But make sure you have all 3 of your debuffs applied to the opponent before you launch it. When available, launch that special 3. Now, you'll not only gain the 3 buffs from your attack, but you'll also convert the debuffs you placed before the attack into another stack of those buffs. Also, you'll have an active unstoppable buff to easily continue your assault. On top of that, you'll also gain an energize buff to quickly build you up to special 1 to convert those debuffs into yet another stack of buffs. Now, this gives you a very fast stack of 3 Fury and 3 Cruelty, as well as an unstoppable buff for easy attacks. Not only that, all those buffs are paused for launching a special. From here, build up another special 1, and launch it to enter into psionic mode, and work up the 3 debuffs on the opponent while working towards your special 2.
Okay. Oh man, keep pausing on like the brightest screen. Okay, so I mean, it doesn't seem like, I don't know. There's a lot of steps in what Dave is laying out here, but it doesn't seem too complicated. You just do your actions to get debuffs on the opponent, special 1 to psionic, and then I guess because this is the longer fight demonstration, going special 3, it kind of name back to the special 1.
A lot of the time for a longer fight, what I'll do is I'll just spam a bunch of special 1s because you just get more of the prowess faster. But the special 3 will let you build your buffs faster. So it just depends which one you want more of.
Yeah, okay. All right. Maximus, thank you, dude. I'm going to read that in a couple minutes here.
If you've lined it all up right, you'll launch that special 2 with a 4 stack of Fury and Cruelty, as well as 12 Prowess for a truly devastating attack. Now, for shorter fights, build up to your special 1 and launch it to activate psionic mode like you would for longer fights. Next, attack the opponent with a medium ending combo to inflict an exhaustion with your first light attack and a slow debuff on the second medium. From there, land a heavy attack to inflict a weakness debuff. For best effect, cancel into a special 1 from there to gain an energized buff and convert your personal debuffs while building up prowess stacks. Quickly build back to the special 1 and reactivate psionic mode to build up another set of debuffs on the opponent. Build up to just under the special 2 and launch the special 1 to convert those debuffs to gain additional stacks of your buffs and prowess. Next, build up to your special 2 and launch when available. Now, Captain Britain's playstyle can vary depending on the opponent and nodes, or how you'd like to build up her loop. What would you do with her? Sound off in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, there was one thing I guess I didn't understand at first, which I mean, I understand now, I think. Which was that, like, you have to enter that psionic mode with a special 1 before you could get that slow going. Is that correct?
So actually, it's not special 1. It's any special will activate. It'll toggle it. So
right.
The first one you throw will turn it on. The second one will turn it off. And you can do it with any of the specials.
But
so you could do it with special 2 if you want. But yeah, you have to activate the psionic mode to get the debuffs on them.
Okay, so you can't just like come out of the gates with like a parry, medium, and then you got slow going.
No, you could bring like the what's it called? There's like the Mephisto and Dormammu synergy or something like that, where you like start with a bar of power. If you really wanted to, you could try to do that. But I don't know if you want to bring Mephisto and Dormammu to war.
Hey, maybe with a buff or two, maybe.
Ooh, I mean they're pretty good at dealing with buffs, so. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's. I guess we're. I guess we're about to get into the synergies. We'll just let that ride. But you're all right. So you're saying you mostly just go with special one for like building prowess, rather than building buffs.
No, so I use the special one a lot because you'll build both, right? It just so you'll build the buffs with both of them because you get the buff whenever you purify a debuff off the opponent. And the special 3 will just give you a few extra buffs, but the special 1 just feels faster, and you have the energized buff going the whole time, so you just get to loop a couple more specials, but you'll build your prowess a bit faster as well.
Gotcha.
Really, the reason I do that, though, is because one of the key things with her that I like quite a bit is that she's not looking at her personal debuffs, she's looking at any weakness, exhaustion, or slow. So if you run Resonate with her, then you start going a little bit nuts.
Okay. I like that. I like there's more reason to run Resonate. I don't know if it'll be enough to alone at least get me to run it, but honestly I was thinking about running it in the last Battlegrounds beta, so for this upcoming one, I might turn it on.
Yeah, I almost always run it. I mean, I'm a huge Warlock abuser. I play that guy all day. So anytime people don't turn willpower off, it's just curtains. So
yeah. It's just, I mean, the problem is Arena, basically. It just hurts Arena so much. Otherwise, yeah, man, I used to run it all the time. But okay, let's see. We've got some best use examples, some synergies, and then we'll give kind of a quick little final rundown on the champ, and then we'll move on to the next one, guys. But let's hear the rest of this out.
Now, let's check out some best uses. Access to slow makes Captain Britain a great counter to auto-evade champions, and nodes like Mixmaster. This also counters Unstoppable, so nodes like Aspect of War or Footloose, which slow counters both aspects of Evade and Unstoppable.
I mean, for some reason, I was thinking of anti-evade with slow, even though, I don't know, kind of the more important thing is that, it shuts down Unstoppable. So for shutting down Unstoppable, it generally doesn't matter if you had to get to a special one first, because you're like, usually the opponent's going to have to get to their special to go Unstoppable too, or, take some amount of time to build up, like the champion or something like that. So that sounds not too bad for dealing with Unstoppable for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a pretty good uptime as well. So the thing is, you just kind of have to decide if you want to throw your specials or not, because you'll consume it, right?
Yeah.
And then all of your buffs will start timing out and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a trade-off of damage for utility.
Okay.
Captain Britain also has Unstoppable herself, which lets her properly deal damage on Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Champions who shrug debuffs, or have tenacity, will help build up your prowess and buffs quickly, giving you access to increased damage potential through those extra prowess. With access to indefinite prowess, Special Connoisseur will bring the damage needed. Of course, these aren't the only places Captain Britain can shine. Where do you think you'll use her? Sound off below. Now, let's check out some notable synergies. Past and present self
matchups.
Say that again?
She's really good for shrug off matchups. So
Like, seemed like it.
Tenacity and stuff like that. The way she works is she actually gets her buffs whenever the opponent purifies the debuff. So Dave was showing Kingpin a lot here, right? So what you can do is you go into the psionic mode against a Kingpin or something like that, and you actually don't need to throw your special. You can just keep comboing them, and you'll just like get your max stacks of the Fury and Cruelty, and then you can start doing specials. Okay. You'll also get a ton of prowess off of it. So like the Agent Venom in Labyrinth should be pretty good for that, because you can just keep looping, or you don't have to keep looping specials to build your prowess and your buffs. You can just get in the psionic mode once, and then he'll keep purifying you. You'll keep getting prowess and more buffs, and she goes pretty insane.
Nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. For the synergy section here, guys, I'm gonna pause and kind of read the synergy. It's because the video sometimes goes so fast through synergies, it takes a second to process it. So let's just for the synergy section here, actually read these before Dave explains it. So the first one here is past and present self. Okay. So with Psylocke, of course, saying striking an opponent with a critical hit inflicts a non-stacking degen debuff, dealing 50% of attack rating as direct damage over 6 seconds. Okay. I mean, she's got Fury buffs, right? Do we know how big those Fury buffs are? I don't know if it showed anywhere in the video.
They are... What does it say here? Fury. They're not huge. They're, I think, like 10%.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah, they're 10%. But you get 4 of them, so you increase your attack by 40%.
Okay. So not a huge amount of degen, but I mean, it's degen. It's not something that can really be too easily avoided. So potentially some use there. All right, let's get to the next synergy here.
With Psylocke on the team, all synergy champions, when striking the opponent with a critical hit, inflict a non-stacking degeneration debuff, dealing 50% of attack as direct damage over 6 seconds. It's good to...
Actually, before we even read this synergy, I was just thinking about... I mean, there's not that many mutants that have these types of buffs. Have you messed around making her like a horseman Norseman? She's
pretty good.
With full Odin synergies too, or pre-fights?
Yeah, she goes pretty nuts with Odin. The best thing I found with her is, so if you do the Odin Norseman, or not Odin, the Horseman Norseman, and you put Resonate on her, it increases her damage a ton. It like, I would say like at least like almost doubles it.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, she goes pretty insane. Really, the Resonate one is that it doesn't necessarily increase her ceiling, but it lets her get there much faster.
Yeah. Okay. Where is that a Psylocke synergy that turns her into X-Pool Dead Force? Yeah, it sounds like it. Oh man. Okay, next synergy here. It's good to be lucky. This is true. All right, synergy champions, striking an opponent with a critical hit has a 21% chance to grant a non-stacking precision buff, increasing critical rating by 14% for 7 seconds. Okay, so hold on. Okay, really messing with some sevens here. 7-second duration, 7 + 7 for the 14% crit rating. And then 7 × 3 for the 21% chance. Okay. Interesting. So 14%. So I know that the way these synergies work under the hood is like, that's kind of converted to like a rating, but that's a pretty good amount of rating, like crit rating that's going to be added. Plus it's just another buff. Okay. 21% chance. It's not too bad. Low duration, but okay.
Yeah, it's not too crazy. It does have Domino, so whenever I see Domino in there, I'm like, yeah, maybe we don't make this too much rating.
That's true. Yeah.
With Domino or Longshot on the team, Synergy champions, when striking the opponent with a critical hit, have a 21% chance to grant a non-stacking precision buff, increasing critical rating by 5% for 7 seconds.
Understanding evil, all non-villain champions gain 10% attack rating, 5% physical resistance, 5% energy resistance versus villains. Okay, so all that stuff is versus villains, right? Not just the last.
Correct.
Right there. Okay.
So it just makes it's better against villains.
Okay. That's pretty good, because that's not just saying like heroes, it's just non-villains. So
yep.
Yeah, a lot of champs fall into that category, and there's also a lot of villains in the game. I mean, we actually looked this up the other night, just I think we were just like trying to help someone with where to go in the back issues, but just looking on Aunt May, sorting it by villains. Yeah, there's 66 villains in the game right now, playable characters, that is, even more non-playable ones, and then yeah, like a lot of champs that would get the effect. Well, oh wait, wait, hold on, is that all? It is all, isn't it? Well, let me go back to it. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, so a lot of champs that could benefit from this. That's a pretty good bonus. Those are very playable champions too. Sometimes these synergies are like, all right, you got to bring in regular Groot to get these benefits, but no, these are good champs. So okay.
Yeah, a lot of the time we do the trade-off with it is we almost call it like a tax, where kind of the better the synergy is, the almost like the worse we want the character in the synergy to be, because it should be like a trade-off of power, right? Like you bring a weak character to have a better synergy.
Yeah, sacrifice a champion slot on your team to gain this power.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why we buffed Hood. He was that for so long. What a fool. Who would ever make that decision? But that's like the old example, right? It's like, oh, the Ghost is amazing, obviously, but you bring Hood and she goes nuts. So.
Yeah. All right, dude, Sean, thank you, man. Again, I'm going to read these super chats in a sec, but we're almost done with the first champ here. Let's continue on.
Ending evil. All non-villain champions gain a 10% increased attack rating, 5% physical resistance, and 5% energy resistance when facing villain champions. Sword and Board. With Night Thrasher...
Well, I forgot to pause. All right, let's see. Sword and Board. So for Captain Britain, extend the duration of psionic mode debuffs by 20%. Okay. It didn't really seem like that mattered all that much, since they're so easily applicable, but little extra duration is always nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then a lot of specials, they'll wear off faster.
Yeah. And then Night Thrasher, increase the potency of all damage over time effects by 10%. Okay. Well, he's got some damage over time, so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this will include he's got a lot of synergies that give him bleeds. And that'll include those.
Yeah, okay. I don't really play Night Thrasher, but I know there's some Night Thrasher fans out there that'll be happy with this, so cool.
On the team, Captain Britain extends the duration of psionic mode debuffs by 20%, giving you more time to get to that special you need to convert to your buffs. With Night Thrasher, all damage over time effects gain 10% increased potency. Now, did you see a synergy that caught your eye? Thinking of a new synergy team? Let us know your thoughts.
Okay, we're gonna stop the video here. Excellent job as always to Dave that made this video. Good stuff. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for Captain Britain. She seems cool. Seems fun. I like that it's a character that seems to benefit from Resonate, because honestly, I was about to turn Resonate. I was kind of mad at myself for not changing my masteries leading up to the best of 5 match that I had with Lags. I was just running out of time before the match, like ranking up champ since it was on the beta. And yeah, I honestly would have liked to change the masteries. Inequity seems so strong for that mode. I mean, it's super strong everywhere, but in particular Battlegrounds, where it doesn't matter. Like it matters not only that you win the fight, but like with a lot of health remaining too. So reducing damage, that's just directly going to give you points. So yeah, Inequity and Resonate, I like it.
Yep. Yeah. My mastery setup immediately changed with Battlegrounds. I stopped. I took like almost all of my points out of the offensive tree and just like dumped, except for Assassin. I was like maxed Assassin and I just like dumped everything into like maxed out MD, maxed out Limber, all that good stuff. Like essentially, it's just like my defender placement masteries.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important.
You were pretty decent with Despair as well.
Yeah,
that's debuffs going.
That's true. A lot of debuffs. So I mean, technically, she could have like 5 just in a regular kit, right? Like the 3 and the parry stun, then resonate.
Yeah, 5 including parry stun and resonate.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a hefty heal prevention right there. Okay. Well, cool, man. That's basically the first champ here, guys. All right, the super chats that I said I would read here. Other Canadian Brandon had sent over a few of them Canadian bucks. Thank you, dude. Saying been wanting Omega Sentinel since the vote was out. Same. Same. Maximus also sent out 5 saying Beans, John, fairly beat. I'll rewatch tomorrow and enjoy. All right, Maximus. Thank you, dude. Hey, what's up, lags? And Sean sending over 20 as well. Dude, Sean, thank you very much, man. Super generous of you. Just with the You Are Amazing pair. Sean, thank you, dude. You are amazing. Thank you very much. Half of these will be going to Kabam John, but only if he can rip it out of my cold, dead hands in the Battlegrounds.
Is Dragon in here? Maybe she can tell you how much she got messed up last time we played.
Wow, dude, just deflecting it to someone else that you beat, that's messed up. That's messed up.
No, I'm just out here repping. Dude, I beat her with my prod account. I only had like maybe like 10 rank 3s, not a single rank 4. Still went off. I'm no longer the best player at Kabam though. I'll relinquish that one. Jordan or J-Nick messes me up pretty regularly, but
okay,
I'm still up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's fine. I'll take you all down. I don't care.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, we got lags, and you're saying, John, you think you could take me on in Battlegrounds? You think you could beat lags?
I can be close. I think I've been known to have the colossal cranium, so I'm pretty nasty in the draft phase. So you gotta watch out for that. I think that's definitely my forte. I'm a little bit rusty on some of the really tough nodes, but my draft's pretty killer.
Okay. Dreamin' sent over 5 as well, saying read my first. Dreamin'. What is this? Let's see. Saying, so today I yelled at J-Nick for the new attack tactic, and he told me to yell at Kabam John, so I'm here to yell at you, John. Damn you.
Is that the new attack tactic or defense tactic? That's unstoppable armor, right?
Beats me, man. Alliance War, what's that?
Yeah, I just make it and touch it. I've made it more painful because I don't have to play it anymore.
There you go.
You imagine that? It's yeah, unstoppable armor. I believe that's the new one. All I'll say about that one is, dude, don't sleep on my boy Super Scroll. Okay. Well, Dreamin', if it's obviously defense, maybe you should have said defense instead of attack, huh? Didn't think about that one, did you?
Dang, son. Get wrecked. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Super Scroll, don't sleep on him on defense or on offense?
Defense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Dreamin' knows. Don't sleep on him, man.
I did see a someone sent over a screenshot of like 4 defender kills just stopping someone completely in their tracks. Super Skrull was still alive, so yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, we stumbled upon that one, and he is tough.
I believe it.
Jade's biggest fan. I like this guy. I don't know who he is, but I like him. All right.
It's Janik in disguise.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna hear about it tomorrow.
Hey, Janik's biggest fan actually sent over too. Thank you, dude. Actually, this name's been around for a while. I've seen this name here for a while. Saying, does Kabam John know that dreaming sucks? Wow, he died first war of the season. Have a good night. That is all. There it is.
I'm very well aware. Yeah.
All right, guys. So if you're just tuning in, we just finished up the Captain Britain, the Betsy overview. We're about to get started with the Omega Sentinel. Dreamin' just saying, shut up. He's in my alliance. He's an officer in SAS. Well, better be careful who you're talking to, man. I got the power to boot you. But all right. Let's
never know who your officers could be.
That's true.
I was Clobberan's officer for a while back in the day.
Oh dang.
Top secret, man. We're everywhere.
Oh dang. All right, let's get into Omega Sentinel. Once again, guys, appreciate all the super chats. If any come in, I'm gonna read those afterwards. But let's get into it here.
Welcome back to another champion deep dive. And today we're talking about Omega Sentinel.
Dude, can I just say, I mean, hold on. Get the pause in the right. There we go. Dude, I don't know. This character just reminds me of Mega Man. And, I mean, as you guys know, I'm a big Mega Man fan. So I hope she lives up to that same level of hype. But yeah, right away. Like, I don't know, the visual style, it took me a sec to, like, kind of adjust to it, because, hold on, let me pull up, like, the first picture I ever saw of Omega Sentinel that, kind of set the tone. I don't know if this was the picture that you guys put out in the polls, or just something we looked up afterwards, but it was like a, I don't know, it feels like a little bit darker, a little bit grittier here, you know, compared to like the little bit more polished up version that was released. So it took a sec to kind of adjust to it. But yeah, now I really like it, so.
She's pretty cool. I like her animations a lot. But,
let's get back into it here.
Today we're talking about Omega Sentinel. She's got Heal Block, Cowardice, Tracking debuffs, Plasma, and Incinerate. With a special 3 burst damage that'll have you saying, "Oh my god, Sentinel, let's."
Dave. Boo, dude. But dude, that special 3 animation.
3 burst damage that'll have you saying, "Oh my god, Sentinel, let's
you had to play
get into it."
Dave always sends me all these jokes before the videos come out, and I was like, got me again. It's me every time, man. It's me every time.
Dude, next time, just send him a boo. Just type that back, and just say it was from me. For whatever next joke he sends you.
I'm sure I'll hear one on Monday.
Omega Sentinel joins the contest with Cybernetic Nanotech. This is an always active ability, where she reduces the potency of incoming bleed and poison effects by 100%. Now, when inflicted with a bleed or poison effect, Omega Sentinel gains a self-repair buff, healing 20% of missing health over 10 seconds.
That seems quite strong.
Yep.
So this is kind of better than immunities right here, basically.
Yeah, it's essentially like robots don't get willpower, right? So this is essentially her getting willpower as a robot.
Okay. Is
Mhm.
she is she a robot or is she humanoid or like what's she tagged as? Is she tagged as a robot?
I believe she is tagged as a robot. Yeah, she's a robot.
Okay. Okay.
So she's a robot that can get blood and poison or bleed and poison, but she heals from them.
Gotcha.
This ability does not stack, and ends early if she's stunned. Also, Omega Sentinel is immune to the regen reduction effects of poison, allowing her self-repair to work at full capacity. Now, Omega Sentinel has nano shifting, where she can rotate through her 3 weapons in the pre-fight screen and start with the chosen weapon active.
Okay, right off the bat, seeing a little similarity here between her and Sorcerer Supreme, which Sorcerer is one of my favorite champs, so seems cool so far.
When landing a second
Nice
medium
to be able to
attack,
pick that utility whenever you want.
Yeah.
Omega Sentinel inflicts the opponent with a weapon-specific effect. In this case, she inflicted a Cowardice debuff with the Nanite Carapace. This reduces special attack damage by 10% for 8 seconds. With her second weapon, Electrostatic Pole, she inflicts a heal block debuff, preventing the opponent from healing for 8 seconds. And her third weapon, Plasma Wave, inflicts a tracking debuff, bypassing the effects of miss for 8 seconds.
Dude, this character seems like it's got a lot going on already. Like just utility for days. I mean, you're basically immune. You're basically better than immune to bleed and poison. You're stopping any kind of miss or falter. You can heal block. Like, damn. Okay.
She's pretty good. She will have a similar thing where, well, I guess hers isn't the same where you're not necessarily trading utility for damage, but she'll have a hard time keeping all of the utility up at the same time.
Yeah, which seems. I mean, I don't know how it plays out yet, but I mean, usually you don't need all that utility at the same time.
Yep.
Do you rotate between them, or like once you pick one, you can kind of like stay in that?
You can rotate them, but you rotate through them on heavy attacks. So you stay in it.
Okay, so
and you
you
choose
get to.
when to rotate.
Okay, yeah. So, wow. Okay, seems very strong right off the bat. Like, nothing against Betsy, but Omega Sentinel feels a little bit more powerful. Maybe. Let's continue on and see a little bit more though. Looking at some low damage numbers here, but this is just a 4-star. Looks like not even maxed out, so we can't really go by that. But okay, let's check it out.
Now, when landing a heavy attack, Omega Sentinel rotates her current weapon to the next one in line. She'll also pause all personal debuffs on the opponent for 7 seconds. This pausing effect can also be achieved by finishing a combo with a light attack. Now, if the opponent is inflicted with 3 or more of her personal non-damaging debuffs, Omega Sentinel will deal an Incinerate debuff instead, dealing energy damage over 6 seconds. However, when fighting a mutant, she'll deal an identical Plasma debuff instead, both maxing out at 20 stacks. Now, Omega Sentinel has Adaptive Body, granting her immunity to Nullify, Stagger, and Fate Seal effects. When fighting against mutants, her ability accuracy cannot be modified. She'll also gain an indefinite armor up buff whenever either champion makes contact with the same basic attack twice in a row. When fighting a mutant, she'll gain an additional armor up. Armor ups max out at 10 stacks.
Do you have numbers on those armor ups that you're able to share, or?
Yeah, let me see what I can pull up.
Just out of curiosity, because now she's seeming like super tanky too.
She's pretty tanky. No, I think these are out of date. I don't want to give you a wrong.
Okay, I mean that's fine. It's not too big a deal.
They're pretty sizable though, and it will definitely make her quite a bit tankier.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, no big deal.
She uses them as a resource. I'll pull it up. It'll just take a sec. So I'll just.
All right, I'm gonna continue on the video here.
Mm-hmm.
This is yeah. Someone's saying this is a legit insane utility. It feels like that. I'm trying to like look at it objectively and see like you know just how good it's gonna be. But like, dude, Omega Sentinel seeming pretty strong so far. But all right, let's continue on here.
Now, if Omega Sentinel is struck when 10 or more armor up buffs are active, she'll consume all armor ups, purify any stun debuffs, and gain a 100% chance to auto block for 2 seconds. Keep in mind, this auto block can trigger parry, and while defending.
Dude, it seems like she's gonna be hard to fight against too, man. Maybe. Well, I mean, who knows? It all comes down to like animations and stuff too, but just seems like there's a lot of little things in her kit that can trip you up. Throwing in a little bit of auto block in there too.
She will get eaten alive by like some cosmics and stuff like that.
Yeah, like armor break. It seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it seems like it's keeping with that Sentinel theme. So if you can play around giving her the armor ups by not doing the same attack twice in a row, right?
Yep.
So yeah, if you're used to fighting Sentinel, you'll have a maybe a familiar time. It sounds like fighting Omega Sentinel a little bit. But yeah, still. White Mummy, I'm gonna check the animation later on. We're gonna stay focused here. Sam, thank you again, by the way. I'll read those 2 super chats you sent over in a bit. Let's continue on.
This ability only requires 5 armor ups instead. Also,
Hold on, I think I missed that. What was 5 armor ups? Let me see.
It's for the auto block.
percent
Okay.
chance
Auto
to
block.
auto.
If she has, she normally needs 10, but actually, yeah, keep playing this.
Yeah.
Block for 2 seconds. Keep in mind, this auto block can trigger parry, and while defending, this ability only requires 5 armor ups instead.
Okay, so just while defending. Wow, okay. So not a ton of wiggle room there. Okay. Interesting.
Also, when Omega Sentinel would auto block a hit, she'll inflict an incinerate debuff on the opponent. And, against mutants, an identical plasma debuff instead. Now, if she's struck by a heavy attack while auto blocking, she'll gain a 100% chance to resist a block break. Now,
Dang, man. Dude. Just out here looking to piss people off with this champion, it sounds like.
It's a similar thing we did to Penny, where we want you to we want you to respect the mechanic. We don't want you to just be able to kind of ignore it. And with something like auto block, there's just so many answers to it in the game that if we don't kind of limit what you can do, it might as well just not be there. So
Sort of. I mean, some nodes make it difficult to deal with, even like, you know, just like stun immunity or limber or something like that.
yeah.
Does so much to stop it, but okay. All right, fair enough. I'm not gonna take my my Penny hate out on Omega Sentinel, not yet at least.
At least she doesn't power drain you. You can use immunities against her.
Okay.
Or power burn you.
All right. Let's continue on here.
let's check out her special attacks. When activating a special attack, all of Omega Sentinel's personal debuffs are paused for the duration of the special attack and for 2 seconds afterwards.
So hold on. I mean, let me just watch this back one more time. So it pauses it for the duration and then 2 seconds after, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The special attack.
Dude, I mean, I have you on call. I have to call this out, man. The there's like a bug that I think is in the video even that is super annoying because it looks like the debuff's just fully refreshed.
That's crazy. That's almost like maybe there's like other things that might refresh them or something.
Oh, so it's not a bug. It's I just gotta watch the video more. All right, fine.
Yeah.
I swear this bug exists though, man. I've seen it for other things. Damn
what
it.
happens with it, I know what you're talking about. What happens with that actually is if you have multiple stacks of them and you pause them, it'll kind of bug out a little bit where it looks like it's it's refreshed it, but what it actually is you applied a new one and it pauses it and it's on the top of the stack of debuffs or buffs.
Yeah.
And then as they tick down, it'll reorder itself and put it the one that's shortest at the top.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just a little visual thing. It's kind of weird, but it only should happen if you have like multiple stacks of them.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, it's still annoying, man.
I got you, man.
All right. Fair enough, though. All right, let's continue on.
And for 2 seconds afterwards. On contact, she'll consume up to 5 armor ups, increasing the duration of all debuffs inflicted or refreshed by this special attack by 1 second per armor up consumed. Also, all debuffs triggered by special attacks can trigger through block. With the special one, the last hit refreshes all personal non-damaging debuffs on the opponent. If there are no debuffs to refresh, Omega Sentinel instead inflicts 2 debuffs with the type and potency determined by her current weapon for 8 seconds. With the special 2, the last hit inflicts an Incinerate debuff, and an additional one for each personal non-damaging debuff on the opponent.
Okay. I'm trying to gauge like what kind of damage we got going here. It's a little bit hard to tell. This appears like it's a... I don't even know if this is a 565. Maybe not 565 5-star. Maybe it's even just a 455. Hard to say. And then Unawakened. And no suicides, because the poison would still be showing, right?
Yep.
So no suicides. I mean, no recoil either, I guess. And then the incinerates are ticking for like 403. Okay. First off, man, that special animation, super cool.
Oh yeah, I love her animations. They're super dope.
I like it a lot. Definitely living up to the Mega Man hype still for me. So that's cool. Okay. Let's just continue on. It's so hard to gauge because that's really utility. It looks like, man, she's got utility for days. Trying to figure out the damage, but it's always so hard to do that through videos. That's usually something that comes with like actual hands-on play testing.
Yeah, I think her damage is pretty good. She's not super suicide friendly because she doesn't really have a way to deal with recoil. She just kind of mitigates the dot damage. So it's hard to juice it up with that. But she does get some pretty consistent dot damage. That's where most of her damage comes from, is those incinerator plasmas.
Okay. All right. Well, let's continue on here.
Once again, when facing mutants, she'll inflict an identical plasma debuff instead.
Damn, dude.
That's
a crazy special 3, man.
She's so dope.
That's one of the coolest special 3s, guys. We gotta back that up a sec. Holy crap.
Instead.
Breaking out both guns. Damn, dude. That's so cool.
The Special 3. On activation, consume all personal Incinerate and Plasma debuffs on the opponent, and deal a large burst of energy damage for each debuff consumed. If the opponent is not inflicted with any personal Incinerate or Plasma debuffs, instead inflict 6 Incinerate debuffs and, you guessed it, When facing mutants, she'll inflict identical plasma debuffs instead.
So, I mean, I'm trying to think if, like, obviously plasma, it definitely is more of like a tech thing to have. Starting with, I believe, Infinity Man. I think he was the first one.
Correct.
What, I mean, is there anything mutants can do to, like, get rid of that?
Yeah, you can be Bishop.
That's true. That's true.
And then you'll have a bad time. Well, tech should be good against mutant. So
yeah.
that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, it's basically what I'm trying to figure out is like if you're gonna run into any situations, Bishop definitely one of them where you wouldn't want to use this champ.
That's part of the reason we made it plasma as well is because really nobody has interactions with it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Omega Sentinel is very unapologetically just a massive kitty counter. And we wanted to make sure that her damage sticks against Kitty. That's also why she's got a lot of cowardice, so Kitty will never get her prowess. And she does plasma so that she can get around Kitty's incinerate immunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's also will get rid of the mist and stuff like that. So.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's. Yeah. I mean, that seems really good. Let's continue this out.
Now, let's check out her signature ability. When awake.
I'm gonna pause this one too, just because again,
yeah, you need to pause this one.
The awaken abilities and the signature abilities, or I'm sorry, the not signature, but the synergies. Yeah, I feel like they're important to pause. All right, let's read through this before Dave explains it to us. All right, so Prime Technology always active. Omega Sentinel gains 800 passive energy resistance for each personal non-damaging debuff on the opponent. Okay, that's a fairly healthy amount of energy resistance. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Omega Sentinel Special Attack 2 inflicts an additional Incinerate debuff for each prowess effect on the opponent up to a maximum of 5. Okay. So, just as a little recap, the Special 2, was that dealing an Incinerate for each non-damaging debuff as well?
Correct.
So
it does one just off the cuff all the time, and then it'll do one extra one for each of her personal non-damaging debuffs. So you can get 4 per Special 2, but then you can get up to 5 extra ones from the Sig.
Okay, so we're talking like 9 Incinerates, basically?
Yep. Yeah, but
Okay.
they have to have prowess.
Right. Okay. And then, I mean, most characters that have prowess, they're going to be mutant, which means those would all go to plasma, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then the third part here, for each armor up that is consumed by a special attack, there's a 50% chance for Omega Sentinel to gain a new armor up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she gets a ton of armor ups, but she consumes half of them on all of her specials. That's kind of the way that you can try and play around her as a defender as well. Try to get her to throw lots of special attacks.
Gotcha.
So do like medium light mediums or medium light parry, medium light, that kind of stuff, and try to keep her below 5 armor ups, and then get her to throw a special, and she'll consume them. And then this just helps her get them back. So as a defender, she's more likely to get to the auto block, and as an attacker, you're more likely to keep those longer duration debuffs.
Okay. Now I forget when she consumes the armor ups. What does that add? Does that add anything, or is that just like basically just like attacks that you got to pay to throw these specials?
Yeah, so she can consume up to 5 on every special she throws, and it makes her non-dots, the duration of all the debuffs she puts on or refreshes during the special 1, 1 second longer for each armor up. So if you consume 5, it makes them all 5 seconds longer.
Okay, got it. Okay.
We haven't released her prestige, I don't think. We don't release prestige with these, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
so hold on a sec. Well, I mean, I was just gonna ask, like, how important do you think her awaken ability is? Would you say?
I don't think it's terribly important. important. It's definitely a nice to have, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It'll make some matchups much easier. Like those prowess stacking champions should just like totally run through people. She's essentially doubling her damage, over doubling her damage on special 2.
Right.
The energy resist is nice, but you don't need it all the time. And
Yeah.
then the armor ups, I think is actually a better thing for a defender. It's not super necessary as an attacker. Most of the time, you'll be able to keep those armor ups above 5 the whole time. But as a defender, it'll help keep her a little bit more threatening.
Okay. That's kind of what I was feeling, but I wasn't sure. But okay, so not super important. Okay.
And yeah, I'll give you a little tease on her prestige. I think you'll definitely want to chase this character if you're chasing prestige.
Oh, dang. Okay. So, guys, I think what he's saying is we need to play the Price is Right game. And let's make some guesses. No, yeah, I'm sure we'll find that out soon enough.
5 digits.
You said it's in the 5 digits?
Yeah, it's got 5 digits for sure.
Wow, that's really good info.
Yeah. Better than OG Captain Marvel for sure.
Yeah, okay. That's good. Okay. Let's continue on. By the way, because now it's going on a little bit here, but yeah, Sam and Parth, thank you guys again. I'll read those super chats in a little bit. Let's continue on the video.
Omega Sentinel gains Prime technology. She gains up to 799.72 passive energy resistance.
Can I just say, I wish you guys would just put 800. I get that it's like, you know, some calculation under the hood.
Yeah.
You guys aren't like writing out these numbers, but oh my goodness.
So,
it would just be so nice.
The way this works is we put a percentage in, and then it'll change based off of what rarity you're fighting and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The same thing with all of the Furies and stuff like that. We actually just put a percentage in, and then the game just spits out the number.
I know.
So,
it's like way more smart and everything, but oh man, it would just be so nice.
We try to do that kind of stuff with regular kit stuff, but with SIG abilities, it is a lot of time. Like, we will have some people that will try to do that kind of stuff, and they'll spend hours and hours trying to just round that number, and then it only matters if they're max SIG. And most of the time, they're not even max SIG, so you're like, why did I bother? What was the point? Yeah. Similar thing with Prestige. I've seen people do that with Prestige as well. Well, they'll just sit there and they're just trying to get the Prestige into the exact right spot, and they'll sit there for hours doing it. I'm like, dude, you're killing yourself here. The game's gonna round it up.
Yeah, just let the technology take over.
Yeah.
All right. I had to say it though. All right, let's continue on.
For each personal non-damaging debuff on the opponent. And Omega Sentinel Special 2 inflicts an additional Incinerate debuff for each prowess effect on the opponent, up to a maximum of 3. Also,
dude, so yeah, I mean, so since she's not affected by Magneto, I kind of hate fighting Magneto. I mean, regular Magneto's, if you're fighting him, he's probably not going to have any prowess, but white mags. So yeah, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
For each armor up that's consumed by
the mags too.
Against who?
Both of the mags. She's got energy.
Oh yeah.
So then she won't take as much block damage against them, and she can still do all of her debuffs.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah, I forgot, since they're both like their regular attacks are energy damage too. So yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
A special attack. There's an up to 70% chance for Omega Sentinel to gain a new armor up. Now, let's take her out for a spin in the champion rotation. For longer fights, build up your non-damaging debuffs with your medium ending combos. Once you've got 3, make sure to keep them paused with light ending combos or heavy attacks. Now, your next debuff will become an Incinerate, and can also be paused by light attack ending combos or heavy attacks. Continue to build up Incinerates with medium combos, and alternating with pausing those debuffs while working up to the Special 2. When available, perform a light attack ending combo, and immediately launch the Special 2. This resets your pause timer, and pauses those incinerates you place with the Special 2 while you build on more incinerate debuffs. From here, maintain your debuffs on the opponent and work to the Special 3 with your incinerate stacks. At the end of the attack, Omega Sentinel deals a large burst of passive damage to the opponent. Rinse and repeat until your opponent is knocked out.
It's just that simple. Just rinse and repeat.
I would disagree on using the Special 3 here. I think the Special 3 is actually better for shorter fights because the way it works is the Special 3 will do more damage than the incinerates unless you pause the incinerates. If you pause the incinerates for a long enough time, then they'll do more damage. And so the Special 3 is kind of like...
it's like a finishing blow kind of thing?
Exactly. It's like the big cash-in moment. So you're like, okay, cool. Like my incinerates are like half their duration, and I'm just looking to end the fight. So you hit the big red button, and then the opponent goes down. But in a longer fight like this, you'll actually get more damage if you just keep looping Special 2s and stacking more incinerates.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it's still, you saw the 100k, it's still quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. It's still flashy. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
For shorter fights, build up debuffs on the opponent the same way as you would with the longer fights example. Work to the Special 2 while maintaining your debuffs, and launch when available, so place those incinerate or plasma debuffs. From there, use the Special 1 to refresh your non-damaging debuffs to help maintain your incinerates or plasma stacks, leaving them with little or no health.
The timers don't seem super tight. Again, this is something hard to tell through video, but doesn't seem too bad.
On their own, they're kind of tight. She's shorter durations at the base, but she increases the durations a good amount. I think almost double with the armor ups. Let me just double check. But then the pauses are the really big thing for her.
Yeah.
Really what she cares about is you want to be juggling those pauses all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all of the debuffs are 8 seconds, and she increases them by 5 seconds, so almost doubles. Well, I lost my train of thought. But it's all about those pauses. The pauses are really the big thing. The heavy attack and the light attack both pause them for 7 seconds. So
that's huge.
Quite a bit longer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. That was like one of my big complaints about. I mean, it's going back to the OG Plasma character, Iron Man Infinity War. It was just like the timing on it. It was like a headache to be able to play for damage that could potentially be good if you're able to juggle it, but like the amount of effort it took, it was just it was like too much. But yeah, this doesn't seem too bad at all. It seems much more player friendly.
Yeah, when you start baiting specials and stuff like that, that's where it can be a little tricky.
Yeah, and that's why I like the time. Because that's the thing is in like Realm of Legends or something like that, Iron Man Infinity War is playable, but then the moment you're out in like a real quest and the AI is even the slightest bit defensive, you're just like watching all of your build up just fall off on its own. It just feels so bad.
That Stealth Spider-Man synergy helps him a ton.
It does help a ton. I wish that it was just like the base or something like that, but
so you're saying you want me to buff Iron Man? Do you think I should make him a stronger defender too, or what?
At this point, honestly, I don't care. That character, listen, there's other characters that need more love. He's gotten me some victories in Battlegrounds. He is a good defender.
Oh yeah, I still at my rank 2 or my rank 3 all day. He's always peeking his head in on defense.
Yeah. All right, let's continue on here.
Now, let's check out some best uses. With cybernetic nanotech, bleed and poison inflict 0 damage while gaining self-repair. So nodes like Biohazard, Or caltrops are not only a breeze, but you can use them as a way to top off some health too.
It's just so good.
Easy access to multiple.
Yeah, the limiting thing is that it doesn't stack and it's missing health.
Yeah.
So she'll be okay at topping herself up, but she won't be consistently, like, she won't be running yellow bar the whole fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and no willpower, so I don't think it's like, it doesn't seem too OP. No. It just seems like, I don't know, fun, good.
Yep. Yeah, it just definitely makes her more suicide friendly. Like I was saying before, she doesn't really have a way to deal with recoil, because she doesn't have any direct healing. But if you could definitely use her with suicides on nodes like caltrops or biohazard here, like that kind of stuff, because she really wants you to trigger it regularly during the fight, and just the one time you get off of suicides isn't too crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on. Yeah, Captain Britain. That was the first half of the video, guys, or the stream. But all right, let's continue.
Buffs and pausing them in place are great for nodes like Diss Track. Nano shifting offers a variety of utility, like easy access to cowardice through nanite carapace, making those encounters with prowess a little easier. With electrostatic pull, take on healing champions or nodes like aggression regeneration with heal block. And plasma waves tracking debuff counters miss, so tunnel vision or faltering mind are.
I have a feeling that these types of nodes are going to show up in Battlegrounds. Just because miss seems something that you can largely skill your way around.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying, I don't think you guys are going to release it right away. Just like falter every day or something like that. But I just have a feeling there's going to be like different variations on it. Because it's not like immediately life-threatening where like if you get stunned, okay, you're getting knocked out or something like that. But I could just see that. So I don't know. Just thinking ahead to the future. I don't know. It just feels like having some more anti-miss in a toolkit could be really useful.
Yep. I can confidently say that I haven't planned any miss meta stuff with Battlegrounds yet, but that doesn't mean we won't be doing it in the future.
Okay. Now, just to be clear, I wasn't trying to give you any ideas. I feel like I'm about to receive a lot of hate in the chat about this right now.
When we release the miss meta, I'm gonna make sure that it has your name in it.
Ah, God. I mean, all right, but make sure my name's in game at least, so I could get like, so you know, if I'm going down, like let me go down in a blaze of glory, like, you know.
It's okay. You guys will see it with the next Karina's challenges, but this game it's just inflating my ego at this point. That's all. I will be forever in it. That'll be some spicy content.
Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, me and Janik made almost all of the new Karina's challenges, so I think you guys will have an interesting time with it. Anyways, distracting.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's continue.
Are easily countered by Omega Sentinel. Of course, there are more than just these uses. Where would you use Omega Sentinel? Sound off in the comments below. Now, let's check out some notable synergies.
Ooh, one thing I'm going to say that he didn't mention is, so he did say that Cowardice is great for dealing with people that have prowess, but it also just makes her tankier all the time. So she's really great for dealing with people that have undexable specials. It's like Apocalypse, she does well because she will reduce his prowess or make his prowess less effective. But since his specials are really, really annoying to dex, you just take less block damage because it's prowess, or not prowess, cowardice is just essentially a weakness during special attacks. So you just take less chip damage all the time against everybody.
So, I mean, yeah, because there's like 3 different forms of it, right? You have that, the cowardice, you have her armor ups, and then if they're energy damage, her awaken ability.
Yep. Exactly.
So
she's pretty tanky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She gets a lot of armor too. It's around. Okay, hold on. I pulled it up. I'll tell you what it is right now.
Okay.
The armors are. I pulled it up and then I put it away. They're 900 as a 565.
Wow, 900 each.
Yep.
That's a lot. That's more than I was expecting. Okay.
Yeah, they're quite big. So you really want armor break against her, or
yeah, yeah. Okay. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. What's her health?
Not a lot. Pretty average. Let's see. Let me compare it to some Silver Century. Yeah, it's not a ton. It's definitely not Sasquatch levels. She's, yeah, I would say average.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Let's check out these synergies, guys. Like Seraphim, thank you, dude. Read that in a sec.
Oil is.
Just laughing at the emojis.
Oh, so what did Chet said? Very nice of John to tell us where to aim the pitchforks if the new challenge sucks.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was laughing at.
Oh, man.
You got me. Hit me up on Twitter, man.
Okay. Let's see here. So with Sentinel, oil is thicker than blood. So for Omega Sentinel, Incinerate and Plasma debuffs inflicted by medium combo enders instantly power drain the opponents for 5% of their max power. Funny enough, one of the things I was like, oh, but this champ doesn't have any sort of power control, and that's like, you know, one of the few things that she's missing. And well, maybe not. It seems to be here, but hey, not in the battlegrounds, no synergies.
Yep.
And then Sentinel, knocking down an opponent removes 1 prowess effect from them. Okay. Generally not a big deal, but there's definitely some use cases for that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, though, hold on. Let me read this. So, Incinerate Plasma debuffs inflicted by medium counters, instantly power drain. Okay. It doesn't, like... Wait.
This isn't a, it's not a consistent drain. This is like, kind of like Guillotine's medium too.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Let's see it in action.
Thicker than blood. With Sentinel on the team, Omega Sentinel's Incinerate and Plasma debuffs inflicted by medium combo enders instantly power drain the opponent for 5% of their max power. With Sentinel, knocking down an opponent removes 1 prowess effect from them. Alpha and...
Alright, Alpha and Omega. So for Omega Sentinel, self-repair buffs gain plus 35% potency. Okay. That's pretty nice. Definitely, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Just, like, the amount of times that I bring white mags to a quest, I could, you know, and hey, she's metal, right? So she'll get the passive stuns and stuff like that too. So yeah, I could see having that synergy a fair bit of times. And then, all right, for Professor X and Mags X here, gain an additional persistent charge whenever an opponent is defeated. Okay. Okay, cool.
And Omega. With Professor X, or Magneto House of X on the team, Omega Sentinel's self-repair buffs last for an additional 35 seconds. With Professor X and Magneto, they'll gain an additional persistent charge whenever an opponent is defeated. Sentenced.
Alright, sentenced to death. Here we go. I knew there was going to be at least one synergy paired up between the new champs here, right?
It's gotta be.
Alright, so this is for Omega Sentinel. Whenever the opponent is inflicted with a cowardice debuff, remove 1 prowess effect from them. Okay. And then, I mean, hold on a sec. I mean, I guess sometimes that's good, but sometimes that would actually hurt you, right? Because you kind of want them to have the prowess if she's awakened.
This will be more useful when prowess itself is a threat.
Yeah.
So again, this is another one that we're kind of targeting towards something like that new Path 6 in War, where, so you know Path 4 where they put debuffs on you. If they put debuffs on you, they go unblockable. Path 6 is the same thing, but it's for prowess on them. So you really want to remove the prowess. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to do this, and you just want to. It's same thing with Kitty as well. Sure, you could get the extra plasmas or incinerates from your special 2, but sometimes it's better to trade that damage for the utility and the safeness of just getting rid of the prowess.
And remind me again, what do you have to do to apply cowardice exactly?
This one should just be medium 2s.
Just
or
medium
special
2s, okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's her heavy will rotate her through her different weapons, and you choose it at the start of the fight. I think the default is cowardice, and then medium 2s and your special 1 will apply the debuffs.
That seems pretty safe then. Like you'd be able to remove prowess pretty easily.
Yep, you can remove them pretty quick. The trade-off you have a lot of the time is if you're just doing the medium attacks, your cowardice will start to fall off pretty quick, and then you'll have a hard time getting to the incinerates and the plasmas. You really want to try and loop in light 4s and heavies as often as you can, light 4s or heavies, to get the pause going.
Yeah.
That's really the core of her gameplay, is juggling those pauses as much as you can. The debuff's base duration isn't terribly long.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. And then for Psylocke here, knocking an opponent down with a heavy attack grants Psylocke 2 side charges. Man, it's been so long since I touched Psylocke. I don't even remember exactly what that does. Doesn't she gain like more crit damage with side charges or something like that?
Yeah, she does more damage, but she consumes them in one of her specials as well, I believe. Let me double check.
Okay.
It's got this handy, really cool website called Ant-Me.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Dude, share the link. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's got like all the information.
Is this spelled E-N-T?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. So, Captain Britain. So, landing a critical hit in the last hit of special attack 1 grants an unblockable buff during the next special attack. Okay. So, you can kind of bank that for the next one. Okay. All right, cool.
To death. With Captain Britain or Psylocke on the team, Omega Sentinel, when inflicting the opponent with a cowardice debuff, she'll remove 1 prowess effect from the opponent. With Psylocke, knocking an opponent down with a heavy attack grants Psylocke 2 side charges. Identical CPU.
Alright, so Omega Sentinel, it's just a solo synergy with Nimrod here. Saying whenever any hit from the opponent's special attack does not make contact with Omega Sentinel, she inflicts them with a shock passive, dealing 15% energy damage over 6 seconds. Okay. Really doesn't seem like too big of a deal. 15%'s not too much.
Yeah, it's definitely not crazy, but it's an extra debuff. You get the damage by just dodging. So
you know what this would be fun for though? Have you ever used this synergy specifically against Daredevil Hell's Kitchen with his 47 hit special 1? That'd
be pretty good.
That guy's actually really annoying to fight sometimes, and that dude, the damage would actually add up quite a bit. I think is it 7 hits or is it 9 hits?
I think it's 9. Yeah, that special 2 it took me a while to get used to for sure.
So what is that? I think it's 135. Let me just do some math here. Yeah, 135% damage in passive shock. That's kind of cool.
That's pretty crazy.
But yeah, that's maybe a extreme use case there. All right, let's see it in action. Hopefully that's what's in the video. Dave, don't let us down, please.
With Nimrod on the team, Omega Sentinel gains a solo synergy, where whenever any hit from the opponent's special attacks does not make contact with her, she'll inflict them with a shock passive, dealing 15% energy damage over 6 seconds. Different but the same.
Alright, so another solo synergy here with Omega Red. For each armor up consumed during a special attack, inflict an armor break debuff, reducing armor rating by 10%. for the duration of that special. Okay. So now we've got another debuff type here, but only for the duration of that special. Okay. I mean, that's cool. Armor break. I mean, even though it says only for the duration of that special, just an armor break in general will get rid of an armor up, which is sometimes really important. So that's cool.
Yep.
Okay.
With Omega Red on the team, Omega Sentinel gains a solo synergy, where for each armor up consumed during a special attack, she'll inflict an armor break passive on the opponent, removing an armor up buff and reducing armor rating by 10% for 6 seconds. Now, did you see a synergy?
Say that again?
It adds up pretty quick too, because you can get up to 5 of them.
Yeah.
So you'll lower their armor rating by a pretty good amount. She doesn't care about it too much because she does a lot of dots, but it's still helpful.
Yeah, it's just really cool to, I mean, taking away from, like we were mentioning, Iron Man Infinity War or Red Skull or Warlock, anyone like that.
Yep.
It's cool.
For sure.
It's interesting because it fights a lot of the tech champs, but you're using like a mutant champ as a synergy to do it. All right.
That got your synapses firing? Thinking of a new synergy team? Let us know your thoughts below and let's discuss. Thank you for watching.
Cool. Well, that's the deep dive on Omega Sentinel as well. So that's both of them. I would say Omega Sentinel definitely has me more interested than Betsy.
They're both pretty cool. I like I think my favorite thing about Betsy is definitely it'll be something you get more when you play with her, but she feels like almost like a different character when you juice her up with some synergies and you put Resonate on her. She's also really tanky. So
they both seem pretty tanky, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's I mean, now Betsy's got a shield, you know, you gotta punch through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Omega's, I love her animations and stuff, and she's definitely targeted at some of the most annoying fights in the contest right now, namely Kitty. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I voted for her. Maybe it's because the similarities of her and Mega Man a little bit, at least. But I'm definitely digging her a bit more. But I do think they both have their uses for sure. I don't think either champ is going to be a dud.
I think, yeah, if you're chasing prestige, you're gonna want Omega Sentinel.
Dang, dude, just throwing that out there one more time, huh? Not gonna share any info other than that. But okay, it's fine.
I don't know when.
Yeah, don't do it. It's okay.
I don't want to risk it. I was about to.
I'd rather have the ability to do this again in the future. So
she's up there. She's got good prestige.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We'll find out soon enough. It's okay. Well, cool, man. I think that's pretty much it. Our thoughts on both. I still have some super chats I'm gonna read here, but before I do that, any other kind of final thoughts on these champs before I'll let you go here, John?
Not too much. Super excited for both these guys to come out. And by guys, I mean girls.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun with both of them. Yeah, it's I say super nice having Jordan helping us out with this stuff now too, or Janik. He spent a ton of time with these guys too, so go harass him on Twitter as well.
There you go.
Ask him some questions. He knows as much, if not more, than I do about these characters. And yeah, also definitely try Betsy against some purifying champions like Agent Venom and Mole Man and that kind of stuff. Maybe not Mole Man, but There's characters that shrug off stuff, and she'll go bananas.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, cool, man. This was fun, dude. Thanks for hopping on and going through it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, dude. All right, I'll let you go, and I'm gonna wrap things up here in a few minutes. So.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, man. Have a good one.
Cool. All right. Later, dude. Okay. So yeah, thanks to John for coming on, dude. This special 3 animation, seriously, it's one of the coolest I've seen in a while here. Super cool, man. Just like raining down hell right here, man. Like, hold on a sec, guys. Hold on. Let's get this playback speed, dude. We're gonna we need some slow motion on this, dude. Let's pump that in some halftime action. Just the aerial assault stomping on fools, get them stuck in the ground, and then about to rain hell. Just chaos. I love it, dude. It's cool because, like, you know, obviously the one arm has like the more just dedicated blast to it. That beam, and then the other arm shooting those balls of energy. Anyway, going on about these animations. All right, let me read some of these super chats here. Sam sent over 2 super chats. The first one was, please explain that Sentinel joke at the beginning. I absolutely will not. I will not be explaining any of these terrible puns. Listen, I love Dave. But man, does he have some dad jokes there, man. Holy. I think he had the dad jokes before becoming a dad. He was like in training. He's always been known for the dad jokes. And then he sent over another one, saying, are we talking Nimrod level tankiness? Which I don't know. It kind of seemed like it. John was saying there's like 900 armor per armor up, right? So if you could have 10 of those, dude, it's like 9,000 armor. That's a lot. Just for some context, like, hold on a sec. Let's go to Aunt May real quick. The highest base armor champ in the game is Doom. Who has a base armor of 2,000, and at 2,000 you're already reducing all damage by 49%, right? So you bump that up to 9,000. I think that's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 80-85% damage reduction, something like that. I can't remember. We'd have to use the calculator on the site here, but I think it's somewhere in that neighborhood. Because I think, what's his face? The Canadian guy, Captain Canada. That's not his name, but yeah, with his awaken ability, he's got like 8,000 additional extra armor, or 8,000 energy resistance, and I think that pumps it to 80%. Anyway. Check Colossus. Well, Colossus, yeah, Guardian. There we go. Colossus, his is through like armor ups too. His base armor is not nearly that high. It's yeah. I mean, if you guys really want to see, we can go take a quick peek at Colossus to see his armor ups. But they're not going to be nearly as high. Let's reset these filters. Colossus, where are you, my boy? There you are. This is a like rank 6-star rank 4 we're looking at. Yeah, so is it each one of his armor ups that gains that? Oh no, here we go. Yeah, so each one of his armor ups is 244, guys. It's not even close. This is about what I was expecting, like 250, to like 400 range. So 900's a lot. You do consume them when you use her special, so you're not always going to have that insane level of tankiness, but you will quite a bit, so. Okay, Parth, thank you very much. Let me see. I don't know if this was the message that you sent the super chat for. He said, dude, I'm talking about the bleeds and poison sticks, so AA convert them into neurotoxin. Same to iBomb. He can convert those poisons to acid burn. That's true. I do think AA should have asked when John was on call, but I think AA would be able to convert those pretty quick. Yeah, seems like it. I don't see a reason why not. Black Saffron sent over a couple super chats as well, just saying daddy with a bunch of bizarre emojis. Good lord, man. And then your other one was parry fart from Kabam, John. Hey, well, neither of us were actually playing the game, so we can't actually do any parry farts. So, yeah. Little concerned going to Omega Sentinel with a 6-month review process. Static. I kind of forgot to mention that, but I mean, I guess there's not much that can be said about that anyway until they go through their process. But yeah, I mean, that's fair to have those concerns for sure. I don't think Omega Sentinel would be a candidate for someone that they would change, but I mean, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's no reason that she couldn't be a candidate to change. But like the way I understood the 6-month process, at least, was it would mostly be like a numbers tuning kind of thing, of maybe like attack or maybe the armor ups or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like the different utilities that she has, I don't think that those would be taken away. But I could be wrong, and maybe if they think that her utility is that strong, then maybe the attack numbers could be lowered or something. Who knows? I don't know the exact process that they're going through. But I don't know. I would be more concerned of a champion getting nerfed if they were like just hitting ridiculous numbers. To the point where they're just like trivializing fights because they just blow up the opponent super fast, and maybe they didn't realize that players were going to find this loop that allows them like twice the amount of buffs that they had originally intended, and now the damage is through the roof, or I don't know. That's kind of how I interpreted things more, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. The 6-month process is new. The 6-month rule is in effect. Eric Nelson sent over too, saying normal arena stream coming. No, man, this I know it's an early stream, but this basically is that's it for the stream for tonight. It's Sunday anyway. There's not really too much of anything going on in game. I actually do need to get back to auto fighting the side quest. Guys, time is running out on that if you're still in need of doing that, but yeah. They could tune down her armor up buffs. They could, but to be honest, I doubt they would. I doubt they would. Like, armor up buffs, it's so rare that would be like something that would have a big enough effect on the game to like matter to, like, I don't know. It's one of those things that you kind of just let go, in my opinion, at least. I don't know. Like, I mean, I was saying that having those armor up buffs is nice to make the character tankier and everything. But at the end of the day, if they were half as much armor, dude, I don't even know if I would really care or notice. I mean, I guess after playing a more powerful version, yeah, you would notice. But like at the end of the day, it's not one of those things. Like, think about all the different crazy effects that you get in like the incursions. Have you ever thought to yourself, wow, I'm so tanky, picking up like the more defensive hacks? They're good. I picked them up for a reason. I think they're really good. But at the end of the day, like that's not the stuff that's making you, go berserk in the incursions. It's not that, wow, you reduced your damage by an additional, 20% or something like that. It's usually the offensive side of things, I think, that you got to be more careful with, probably. But again, man, I mean, it's stuff that remains to be seen. I don't know what's going to happen there. But either way, guys, I think we're going to wrap up the stream here. I was trying my best to keep a good pace going for the people that watched during the playback. So if anybody in the playback did actually made it this far, well, thank you, first off. Thank you to the actual people that are here during the live stream, too. And, yeah, man, thanks again to Kabam John for hopping on call. This was fun. Maybe we'll do it again. Who knows? But either way, it was cool to do it this time. And yeah, man, I'm excited for Omega Sentinel. If you're somehow just tuning in, Betsy here, like, I don't think she sucks by any means, but she just doesn't excite me that much in the same way that Omega Sentinel does, I guess. But who knows, man? By the time the champs are actually playable, it could be totally reversed, where like I'm super into playing Betsy, and maybe Omega Sentinel, maybe I don't enjoy her playstyle, and I'm just looking at all the different utilities and drooling over that now. But if I don't enjoy playing her, or it turns out she's not hard to fight against, so she wouldn't be good in the battlegrounds or something like that, well then, yeah, it could be totally reversed. It's so hard to tell just by looking at a deep dive, even when we're, trying to break it down as much as possible. How much can you really tell until you play a champ, right? So, we'll have to see. Only time will tell. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to end things. Before I go, though, out to Sean for being tonight's biggest D. Sean, thank you very much. And yeah, again, thank you to everyone else too. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Back to normal again for tomorrow. We're doing some different streams here, so sorry to the crew that likes just the normal arena and chill sessions. But we'll back to that tomorrow, so yeah. All right, anyway. Have a good night, everybody.